Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today we have begun the first Monday of the new year, 2022, meaning you know what time it is, Wayne Sharp Week, highlighting the knives that are going to be in my pocket for the next 6 or 7 days. And I wanted to put an extra little spin on this week's episode. So this week, I'm going to be carrying knives of some of the brands that I'm most excited to see what they have in store for us in 2022. I thought that'd be fun. It'd give me a little extra opportunity to tell you guys why and just what I'm looking for. But before we get into all that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. If you like what you see, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I'll continue to bring you the content. And tell your friends, tell your family to hit that subscribe button because we're getting really close to 10,000 subscribers. Once we do, I have a pretty massive giveaway planned, and I cannot wait to give those out to you guys. So yes, hit the subscribe button. And also, these retailers up here, give them your business if you can. DLT Trading, Mojave Outdoor, and White Mountain Knives. These three retailers have been a huge support of the channel. It's because of them I can do what I do on a regular basis. I greatly appreciate their support, and I would recommend them to absolutely anybody looking for a good EDC knife. If you'd like to make your way up here for a little bit of promotional gratitude, feel free to reach out to me at waynesharpworld@gmail.com or shoot me a message over on Instagram at waynesharpworld. I'm always open to collaborating or partnerships with retailers or brands, anything like that. I obviously, sometimes it's not a perfect fit, but these three retailers have been an absolute perfect fit, and I'm always welcoming to add more to that list. So there's all that. Now let's get right into it, and let's start off with the first company. Well, so this isn't really in any order. This is just, I'm actually going to go in line of probably some of the more obvious to some of the less obvious. So we're going to start off with one that I think everyone's probably going to expect to see, and that's Civivi. And this is not a new Civivi. This was actually gifted to me from a very regular, loyal subscriber, viewer, becoming a friend, Frog. Frog sent this knife to me along. He said, "Hey, Wayne, I don't think I've ever seen you review the Civivi Picaro. Do you know about it?" And I honestly didn't. I did not know this knife existed, to be completely honest. And he said, "Man, I love this knife. My family loved this knife. We're gonna send you one along and check it out." So he gifted this to me, and I really do appreciate it. I can't remember if I've mentioned it in previous videos yet or not. I do have a full review of this coming up because I was pleased with it. It was a typical Civivi. I mean, there's been very, very few Civivis that have really disappointed me. This one did not do that at all. It's just a very different Civivi. So I'm save all the details for this knife in the upcoming review. But the Civivi Picaro is going to be in the pocket, and I'm always looking forward to what Civivi is going to bring to the table because for a long time, they were the gold standard of budget knives in the knife industry, and they're still up there. They're still probably number 2, in my opinion. You all know how I think about KAISER, and I think KAISER has maybe passed them a little because KAISER is not afraid to get even newer and bring in more designs and just do a few other things that have really caught my attention along with providing premium quality. But this Civivi here it really is a joy. It's definitely a big knife, so it's for someone who enjoys big knives, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Civivi has. I hope they continue to collaborate with popular designers. I hope they continue to use more exotic premium materials or materials that make a budget knife feel premium. That's what they've been really good at over the past 2 years. Hope they continue to do that. And I hope they work on a little bit of a rebranding and maybe move that Civivi C somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe start blacking them out. Regardless, whatever they come out with in 2022, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty good. So to represent Civivi this week, I will have the Picaro in the pocket. And yeah, pretty darn good Civivi indeed. Next up, we're going to go one step up in quality, but stay with the same sister company, whatever you want to call it. This here is the Wee Knives from Justin Lundquist. This is the Black Void Opus. And you guys know, I mean, if Civivi's going to come out with good stuff, it's pretty much a guarantee that Wee is going to come out with good stuff. And I'm always a little more excited for Wee because this knife is a prime example of why. Because the more I carry it, the more I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite front flippers ever. The design is one of my favorite designs ever. It is really a fantastic knife, and I didn't love it that much when I got it. I still really liked it. I really liked it, but now it's getting to the point to where it's one that I don't think I'm ever gonna sell. I'd be very surprised if at some point I sold this. Just phenomenal action, very premium feel, excellent detent, fantastic jimping on the front flipper tab, makes it reach-around approved. And just a great little knife. It's got that chisel grind. Since they originally came out with this knife, they have come out with, I believe it's a hollow grind now. Hollow grind or flat grind. I'm pretty sure it's a hollow grind. So just a regular middle hollow grind on the blade, which will probably stand out more to people because a lot of people don't like the look of the offset chisel grind. I'm fine with this. I think this chisel grind is fantastic. I don't want to see it on every knife, but I have no issue with it on this knife. It's an excellent slicer. It is absolutely a slicer. Don't let a chisel grind fool you. A chisel grind can be one of the sliciest grinds you can get if it's done right, and we definitely did this right. So no issues there. Just a fantastic knife, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what WE has in store for us in 2022. Next up, probably just as obvious as these two, KAISER. KAISER, and this Kizer Feist is a great example. It's a classic from KAISER. It's another Justin Lundquist model, but it's just so good. But they keep making it not necessarily better, but they keep making it fresh with a different type of outfit. This is from their new denim line. It comes with denim micarta that is actually really nice micarta. It feels great. It's not too real fuzzy. There's a little parts here on the end, but those will, again, they'll wear away as they patina and it'll look great. It also comes with this little pouch right here, where you can actually carry the knife or, a few other knives in. And it's just a really cool little idea they had, and I think they executed it perfectly. You can get rid of the KAISER and put another patch on there if you want. Just a really cool idea. And a new way to represent the Kizer Feist, and I think they, I don't know if they could have done any better, to be honest. It's got the same fit and finish greatness that any KAISER budget knife does, or KAISER knife under $100. It's just a fantastic offering, and I hope KAISER continues to do this with popular models. I'm really excited to see the KAISER T1. They got a budget line of that one coming out. There's a lot of stuff KAISER has in the works, and I'm really excited for, and yeah, I think it's going to be another very strong year for KAISER. It's going to be hard for someone to top KAISER in knives under $100 because they really do have the equation down with great steel, great products, great action, and just great fit and finish overall. So this week we're going to have that denim edition KAISER Feist in the pocket. And next up, this one here, the Spyderco. This is a Spyderco Tanto PM2. This one here is the Deadpool edition, named by you guys. Obviously, I don't think this has ever actually been available in this outfit. I had these handles available in some scrap parts I had, and I bought the black bladed knife from Blade HQ, and then I kind of Frankensteined it together to make the Deadpool that you guys picked. And this is such a great Tanto knife, made just how you like it, with the hollow grind on the belly and the flat grind up top, and it's just very it's executed to the standards that you would expect from Spyderco. Spyderco, for the most part, has fantastic finish. And I'm looking forward to what they're coming out with this year in terms of their premium releases. I believe the Payson is coming back, from what I understand, and I really do. I'm really tempted to pick one of those up. I really missed out on that originally, and I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to get one of those in hand. And Spyderco, I think they were down last year in terms of new models released. I don't expect every company to come out with a bunch of brand new models. I don't ever get, like, in all honesty, I've said it before, I think KAISER sometimes comes out with too many models. But there's definitely a medium in between, not enough and too much, that I think Spyderco is usually pretty good at. But last year, I wasn't very impressed. They still have great knives, but there just wasn't a lot of great new things from Spyderco. Nothing that really stood out to me. As a matter of fact, you didn't see them at all in my Knife of the Year awards. Which was very rare, or very unlikely, I guess is a better word for it. But nonetheless, I'm very excited to see what Spyderco comes out with this year, and I have a feeling they're going to have at least one home run. I'm hoping for a couple, but definitely looking forward to that. And this is a great knife to represent Spyderco with this week, the Spyderco Tanto PM2. And we got two more knives here, and this one is the Finch Knives Devil's Finger. Finch has another strong year in line. From what I've seen, I believe you can go on their website and look up their upcoming models. I think they have them branched out by months or whatnot, so you'll have to go hop over to their website and check that out. But it's going to be really hard to beat this one for me. I really, really love this Devil's Finger. I also am a big fan of the Finch Drifter. I don't think I have that one around here at all anymore. Or I have it. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so the Finch Knives Drifter, we'll bust two of them out here. I won't be carrying this week because the Devil's Finger will find its way in the pocket, but these are definitely my two favorite Finch knives. They're both great for their own reasons, but this is a prime example of what Finch has in store. You got a very nice steel and 154 cm. In all honesty, pretty high quality materials in general. It's not the same as KAISER and Civivi. They're made by QSP, so they have a little bit of different feel, but I think everybody is probably in agreement that QSP is pretty much right up there, right behind KAISER and Civivi. So no issue with the manufacturer there, and very excited to see what Finch comes out with this year, and definitely think it's going to be another strong year for them. My biggest question for Finch is, are they going to be able to get better from last year, 2021? Because they broke out in 2020, had some great models. To me, 2021 was definitely their strongest year. Even though 2020 was great for them, I really loved some of the models they came out with in 2021. So super excited to see what 2022 has in store for Finch, and I think a lot of you probably are as well. But this one will definitely be in the pocket this week, the Finch Devil's Finger, which is still very readily available. And if I had to pick one Finch to recommend to people, this would definitely be it. It's not even close. The Drifter is the closest, and it's great, but just the overall size and ergos and blade on this guy. Love this blade. Kind of feels like a Warncliffe, but is definitely more of a drop point. Just an excellent offering from Finch Knives, the Finch Devil's Finger. And last up, maybe the brand I'm most excited about this year, and it's really all just about one knife, and that is the WingManEDC Tom Mayo MTNT Mach 3. This is the small version. The mini TNT is where this comes from, but they're coming out with the bigger version, and I can barely contain myself. I absolutely love this knife. And a bigger version is what I've been waiting for. The moment I unboxed this knife and threw it in the pocket, I was in love with just how smooth it was. The multiple deployment options, the middle finger flicking on this is phenomenal. There's nothing I would change about this knife in terms of this model right here, but I always wanted that bigger version, which I consider a bigger version kind of a different model. So that's why I didn't say I wouldn't change anything to this one, but the other ones, it's fantastic. I love this kind of patinaed antique finish on the titanium. Just looks great, and overall, one of my favorite knives under 3 inches ever, and I'm really looking forward to that bigger version. It's going to have a 3.25 inch blade. Super, super stoked about that. I hope they offer the same handle material options. I hope they have some fat carbon inlay options, because that's probably what I'd go with. I would also be tempted to go with the all titanium version too, because this is just, like I said, it's phenomenal. But I hope they have some fat carbon inlay versions. I definitely slid into their DMs on Instagram and made them aware of my wishes. So I really hope they can make something like that happen, because this is just an excellent knife and one of my all-time favorite small EDCs, the WingManEDC Tom Mayo MTNT Mach 3. So there we go, guys. That's the lineup for this week. A little bigger than usual, but I figured, you know what, with the new year, we'll get a little more busted out on the carry for this week, and we'll just go with a different knife every day. So never anything wrong with that. You can never carry too many knives, right? I'm not one to carry 3 or 4 knives, but maybe I will someday. But regardless, that's this week's carry, the first week of 2022. Super excited to get these guys in the pocket and get my year started off right. I hope you guys all get your year started off right. Let me know, as always, what are you carrying this week? What are you starting the year off with? Really hope you enjoyed this, guys. Hope you're all around for the new year next year, but most importantly, I hope you all have a productive and successful 2022. Take it easy, all, and until the next one, I'm out.